boy.
Oh, boy's right. Hello, everyone. This is Chris the Disney Baker, and welcome to the Pin Layer. Ah, goodness. What a busy week it's been. Let's see. Halloween is all over the place at Disney. Oh, my gosh. Joey Fatone was at Epcot today. We saw a lot of great entertainment. The M80s were there last week. We went out and saw the M80s at Epcot. It was a fantastic time. Thanks for being here. Hey, Doug, what's going on? And Katie, again, as amazing as you are, thank you for being here. I'll tell you what. My over top of where it says you can't see that I can see. It's hey, what's up, Tina Angel? What's up, Birdwell? Good to see you. Right above where it has my picture, what I see, it says Mike is muted. But my mic, we know my mic is not muted because you all can hear me. Hello, Nick. Welcome in. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. I just wanted to I could have did a couple things tonight. I could have went out and I could have did my whatnot. And I tell you what, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sit and chat. We'll talk about a couple things. There's a lot that's happening in the Disney community. Now, there is a lot happening in the world. If you're not up to speed, what's going on the West Coast, we would just like you to keep in the back of your mind and say prayers for all of our West Coast friends that are in the path of this hurricane. We keep them in our prayers, and we're thinking about you. Midlife Vibes come to mind. Carly and Kiko come to mind. A lot of other people out there. So just keep them in your thoughts and prayers. But the only story that I can think of and remember back then would be what Sandy did. Katie, hit your mute. And what Sandy did up in the East Coast, when Hurricane Sandy hit, that was just devastation. And any of you that were in that path, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I was up in Maryland then, and that was pretty devastating. But just keep them in your thoughts and your prayers. Let's say hello to chat. So let's start at the beginning. So beginning is a good place to start. Doug from Zippity Doo Doug, hello. Tina Marie, hello. Birdwell, hello. Thanks for being here. Kenneth K. Wilberry, hello. Kenneth, as always, hello. Movie Mania Nick, good to see you. Mary Carroll, hello. Mary Carroll and our cats are doing a wonderful job. Oh, well, sorry, Tina. If you want me to stop, I'll stop. But Vanta Crew, hello. Welcome, Vanta Crew, for the first time. Hello. Welcome in. We are actually, Carly and Kiko, we just gave a shout out to you. We hope you are safe. Thanks, Tina. I wouldn't want to make you feel uncomfortable. No, that's no, absolutely not. Katie, you find ways to make the audio sound amazing, and you catch it when I don't. So hello, Jeff. Welcome aboard. And again, we were thinking of you, Carly and Kiko, and the storms out there. So please be safe. So just chatting about what's going on. I did return to the castle last week and had a couple good shifts there. Got to see a whole bunch of just guests coming in for the Halloween party. Actually bumped into Walt and Melissa on Monday night. They were dressed as Slinky Dog. Walt was the head of Slinky Dog and Melissa was the tail, and they were so cute. So shout out to them. They had a really good outfit on, and Walt, I believe, was streaming live when they bumped into me. But it's really cool when you get to have the view advantage that I get. When you're a guest and you're walking through, you kind of see everybody. But as a cast member, I can actually direct my attention to certain areas where I work and just view everybody in their costumes. And I make special buttons up for them, and I give best costume and scariest costume. So I make a different type of magic. I get to do that as one of my positions where I work. So, and I love doing that. It's a lot of fun. What we're going to do is we're going to just talk about some stuff in general about Disney trips. What everybody, when was your last trip? And the thing I'm going to start focusing on, and the thing that I want to really focus my, 84% of attention to, hey, Gonzo, what's going on? Nice hair. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. Disney Nerd Herders, what's up, Charlie? Good to see you. When was your last trip? When's your next trip? And let's just talk all that in between. Your first trip, when was your first trip? I can remember going back as far as having my first trip with my wife when we were engaged. That was a long time ago. And but let us know, when was your very first trip? When was your last trip? And when's your next trip? Or when do you want to plan your next trip? That's a whole bunch of stuff. And it goes with that. A lot of people, they don't know, exactly, if you don't know what to do or how to, if it's your first time here, visiting here, welcome. If you're not sure, there's a lot of people in the Disney community that like to book travel. So just research them, research Chris and his wife over at Ear to Ear Magic. They have bookings. Dave, Florida Park Explorers, they have bookings. So just hook up with somebody you feel comfortable with. Space Mountain Dave is starting to do that on his channel. He's doing a travel channel. So all these people, have something to add. Doug says that he was there in June. I remember you were here in June, Doug, and coming back in December. Well, it's going to be, oh my gosh, Katie, we need to get you. and Katie's going to be here in February. Look at that. That's fantastic. Yeah. So, and Kate, okay. Oh, is Charlie out in the yard burning? Hello, Molly. Welcome in, Monorail Molly. What's going on? Charlie has those. I don't know how Charlie can do those burns out in his yard. I don't know how far Charlie is from me, but I know if it's 90 degrees here, it's close to 90 degrees wherever Charlie is. So I don't know how he does that, but there is something special about that. Nick says his first trip when he was 9 and his last trip in 2019. Hopefully next year, but who knows? Hey, you right? What, Nick? When you come here, you can hang. We can hang together if you want. There's doubt. We can have some good times. Make some memories. If you haven't checked out Nick's last review, Nick did a review of his trip to Baltimore, and it was really cool. Nick, I didn't get on, and I think I didn't get on, but I did watch it twice, and I meant to get on and make a comment, but he highlights a lot of Camden Yards, highlights his trip going into Baltimore and then driving into Baltimore and then driving home. So check that out, and that's Movie Mania Nick. And let's see, Nurse Hers, I am sweating like a well, if you've got a fire in your backyard, and here, hold on. Alexa, what's the current temperature?
Right now, it's 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Would you also like to check the high for today?
No. All right. So that's not too hot, Charlie. Put another log on. What's up, VP? How are you? Let me do something here. We hope everybody is having a good day. Kenneth, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And if you all don't know Kenneth H., I mean, I'll tell you what. Whenever I post something, I'm not one of those people who always stay ahead of the curve. Every once in a while I'm just hitting the ball right when it's coming across the plate, or I'm a little late and I hit a foul. Still baseball analogy there, but Kenneth is always on the fastball. And if I'm going to post something, he's going to post it right behind me and throws me out there, and so everybody can see. So I appreciate you, Kenneth, so much. Thanks. VP, just to let you know, I just sent you an IG, so you can check that out. And again, so going back to what I was saying is, I just, if I want to come live, I go live. If I put it out there and I know I got everything together and I know I'm going to do a live, I'll do a live. But sometimes I just go, I'm not sure. Pete called me today. He goes, hey, he goes, are you going to go live? And I said, I'm not sure yet. I said, I'm busy doing a couple of things, working on some stuff. I said, but he wanted to know so he could throw me out there and let everybody know on his channel tonight. And I appreciate that. Kenneth is the king of moderators. True that. But anywho, so here we are and we're hanging out. Everybody go when you go to Disney, if you're in the chat and you go to Disney, and I think we have somebody new and I wanted to welcome them again in, let me find him. Sorry, I'm just scrolling here. Vanta crew, welcome, glad you're here. So if you have something, is there something special you do like right when you get to the parks, or maybe right when you get to your hotel, or do you stay on property, stay off property? Have you ever stayed at Shades of Green? What is your favorite resort? There's so much you can do without actually going into the parks. Once you're in this Disney huge hub, if you will, you can cruise around on the monorails. You can go down to Disney Springs. You can go, my gosh, you can go golfing if you're a golfer. There's so much to do on Disney property and so much to do outside Disney property. Orlando is a hub of entertainment. When you get into the parks, is there something that you consistently do the first time you get into a park? I'll give you a little insight. Okay, so one of the things I like to do when I go to Epcot is when I get around to the Americas, I get a turkey leg. Every time. Magic Kingdom, I'll get a turkey leg. I can't get one in Animal Kingdom. They don't have them. Can't get one in Hollywood Studios. They don't have them. But I can get one at Epcot, put it in one of those small merch bags, get on the Skyliner, go over to Hollywood Studios, and go into Hollywood Studios, pull it out and start eating it, because people come up and they go, where did you get that? I go, oh, Epcot. So maybe I shared that before, but that's one of my go-tos. I love the cinnamon buns in the morning. If I go to any of the parks early in the morning, I'll get the Mickey cinnamon bun, the swirl cinnamon bun, and now it's Halloween. They drizzle it with orange and they put a chocolate ganache spider web on it, which really, really brings out its amazing flavor. I'll get myself a pretty strong coffee, if you will, a nitro, and start my day there. But, I like doing special things like that. Some people, do you collect? What do you collect? Oh my gosh, look behind me. What do I collect? I collect pins. I collect hats. I have a Disney wall hat. It's got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. It's got 24 slots in it, and all the slots but one are filled. That's because that hat's out in the kitchen, and most of them are doubled up. So it's like a shoe tree. Oh, maybe I can get a shot of it. Here, let me see if I can turn this around this way. And Katie, see if you can get a shot of that. Let's turn the phone around this way. There we go. Those are my hats. and literally they're doubled up, if not some of them are triple. So yeah, so that's that. So that's just one of the things that I like to do. I collect hats. I put pins on my hats. It's another way to just, if you have something that you collect, you got to find ways to display it. How many times you talk to people and they say, oh yeah, well, I got, so many hats. And then you're like, where are they? And they go, oh, in a box. How do you display hats? That's a great way to display hats. I found that on Amazon. How do you display pins? Look behind me. There's a whole bunch of different ways to display pins. When t-shirts, I can't count how high my t-shirt collection is. My Disney t-shirt collection is 2 drawers, 3 stacks in each drawer. Hats, pins, earrings. Who's got earring? I mean, and I'm not just saying Disney, but just collections at all. Styling, shoes, socks. Socks are a big thing. Disney socks are a big thing and getting bigger. So you collect stuff and you want to display it, you wear it, I can't wait sometimes to wear some things that I have because they're seasonal. The first it was Monday. Monday I have a Mickey from I think I don't know how to say it, Bubble Bar. Um, it's a Halloween Mickey and Minnie set that you can wear on each side. Well, I only have one ear pierced, so I go ahead and I'll wear Mickey, but then I'll put Minnie on my lapel with a little pin holder that I have. That way I don't lose her. Um, and Charlie says I collect spores, fungus, and mold. Speckler. Put another log on the fire, Charlie. So we were talking the other night when we were out at Epcot. I bumped into Charlie and Stacy, and I was talking to Stacy about how cool it was when every opportunity that I get to have a chat with Charlie, or if I jump on his stream and say hello, he always reminds me of the amazing time we had together the last day of Splash Mountain. And I was talking to Stacy about that, and that's really special, and that means a lot. I'll never forget that day. That was a lot of fun. Katie Y says she collects magnets. Oh, not all Disney. Oh, that's good to know. Holy smokes. So far. Now, are they? Oh, Kay. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Kay Wilbury. Kay says she collects magnets. Where are they, Kay? Are they all over your refrigerator? Because I know I had a refrigerator in Maryland, and it was loaded with magnets. And that's tough because now refrigerators, I think they're coming out with different types of material on the front, making them easier to clean. So I guess it'd be harder to put a magnet up there. Keychains, people collect keychains, and that's the thing. It's what you collect that's fun, passions that you have. Look at what we're doing today. What are we doing to have fun? We're chatting and we're talking Disney, and we're on a platform, called YouTube. Let me just jump into here real quick. I'm going to hit my mute for a second. Okay. There we go. I'm just going to move this over to here. Thanks, guys, for being patient. Okay. All right, and I'm back, and you can hear me. I like watching YouTube. I like watching programs on YouTube. I like watching other channels on YouTube. I like watching movies on YouTube. I like watching movies in general. I love Disney Plus. I watch a lot of Disney Plus. But today I was just like, you know what? I just want to hang out. If photos, Doug says, first thing I do when he gets into town is hit the Character Warehouse. You know what? Hey, Theo, what's going on? Theo Sam Eagle, good to see you. Welcome in. Everybody in chat right now, give me a thumbs up if you've been to the Character Warehouse here. Because I haven't. I've been here 2 years and have not. I've been there virtually with other people, but I haven't been there myself. Oh, you swap them out on your fridge. That's good. Do you have many of the Disney magnets of like the pass holder magnets? Because I know a lot of people, they sell them. They'll sell them on whatnot and eBay and stuff like that. Doug says yes. The what? VP. The what? Yeah. I'm sure you've been there, VP. I haven't. Hey, Debbie, what's going on? On the phone. Don't know how. Been twice. Oh, hey. Virtual warehouse only. Right. Me too. Me too, Theo. And that's fun too. Watching. Hey, Tom Pop 1. California's just had an earthquake today and a hurricane. Yeah. Be safe out there, everybody on that West Coast. Thanks, Tom Pop. I appreciate you. Thank you. Welcome in. Think you're here for the first time in. Welcome in. And the first timers, welcome in. You get an opportunity. Hit that thumbs up. We're going to talk about something that I'm going to be starting and doing. I'm going to give you a little bit of that information a little later on the show. I do want to thank all my moderators too. I put a note here on my dry erase board. Thank my moderators and thank you all for coming in. Because without you, there's no me. And Stacy and I love watching YouTubers on the rides. The Japan trains, very simple, and they use only captions, no voice. Oh, no kidding. I'll have to check that out. Thanks, Charlie. VP said, you've never been seriously? Both multiple times. Had to rewind and hear again. I have not been to the character warehouse. Nope, haven't been. I guess I'll have to go. But I'm busy this week, so I can't do it this week. So anyways, how are you busy? I make magic 3 days a week. And then I just stay busy all the other times. But thanks. You make me laugh, EP. That's funny. And talking about VP, this community, this family community, YouTube community, I want to touch base on something real quick. Like any family or any group, everybody's going to have a difference of opinion. People are going to have good days and bad days and sad days and fun days and serious days. I'll tell you what. Well, you'll have to take me, VP. You just have to call me. We'll have to meet. We'll have to go there together, seeing that you know the ropes. I'd appreciate that. VP sent me an Instagram today that really touched me. And it's nice to know the new friends that you have that you don't, they're your friends and you call this your community family, but you don't communicate with them as much as you do family. And then I was thinking back today, I don't communicate with my family as much as I do my YouTube friends. So maybe I need to get my priorities are that way taken care of. But we tend to think that sometimes we're just super busy. Our pastor said last week, he said, it's you need to come to church, and Saturday night you knew you were going to church Sunday, and you need to do it. And it's like you go, and then when you come out, you feel so much better. And that's kind of the way it is when I get into Instagram or I get into YouTube sometimes, where the people just connect with you, and having VP think of me and send me what he sent me today, made me realize, how our friendship is, and this is just a fresh friendship of just, a little over 2 years. But it's pretty amazing that he thinks of me to reach out to me, to send me something, to let me know that he's thinking of me. And I really appreciated that. So thanks, brother. Appreciate that. And same with Gonzo, I reach out to Gonzo. I say, hey, what's going on? And he reaches back to me and says, hello. Hello, Julie. Welcome in. And it's extended family. Like I always say, it's extended family. And like I said, extended family is just like regular family. You're going to good days, bad days, up days, down days, and sideways days. Kind of like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which I watched last night. The original. I like both of them. The original. Which comes to, when we were talking about getting back to that, I heard or saw something on, it may have been Instagram, and it says, it's like going to church is kind of like going to the gym. You don't want to go to the gym, but when you're in the gym and you're working out and you come out of the gym, you feel 100% better. And when I told Pastor Jason that last week, he's like, I'm going to use that analogy. And it's one of those things. if this makes us feel better, if this makes us, hanging out just in chat, learning learning people in chat. And I'll give you a perfect example. This isn't great. And this person may be in chat, and I don't know if they're in chat. I'm not saying she's in chat, but I'm just saying she's a ninja watcher. So I was making Magic into Kingdom the other day, and we were really busy, and it was Monday, and it was definitely a not so scary Mickey Halloween party, and I was in Zone 3, where they have all this right next to all the 100th merch. I'm in between the 100th merch and the seasonal merch, which is all Halloween, and our line was 3 hours long, and we were just going through guests like crazy. And this young lady came up to me. She's probably in her early 20s, and her mom, and they had their stuff. And I was asking them, how was your day? We were talking, making small, chit chat as I was ringing them up. And I know she was kind of watching me, and she just leaned in. She goes, "Hi." I went, "Hey," and she goes, "I watch your channel." And that was so cool. It was very humbling, but it was so cool. And she goes, "Is that okay?" We said, I said, "Sure, it's okay." I said, "It's great." I said, "It's okay if you ask me and then I go ahead and talk about it. But normally, the Emporium is based on the 1900s, 1901. So we try to stay in character the whole way that way." But it was great talking with her and talking with her mom. And she says, "I'm a ninja watcher." And as I asked her name, she goes, "Well, I'm a ninja watcher." I said, "Well, thanks for being a ninja watcher. I appreciate that. Hey, Stephanie, what's going on?" And see, and that's the cool part is I'm a newer channel. Hey, Pete, what's going on? Hello. I'm a newer channel of a little over 2 years. And the community that I fell into, we're so super supportive and still are super supportive. It makes you want to go out and do better. And when you get that feeling, and then you go, "You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do a live," or even if I didn't feel like doing a live and I posted one, then I feel bad. So I just figured I'd do one today. And this is a forum where we can come in. We can come in and listen. We can come in and chat if we want. And that's the cool thing. I never realized that a ninja watcher is just that. She talked about seeing me on Pete's, seeing me do the bake, seeing us. People were. What she said, people sometimes was streaming at the ballpark. And maybe that was me on Instagram, but I can't remember. But it was something like that where it's entertainment and people feel that they're part. And I think that's awesome. I love that part. And that's why when I ask about, your first time at Disney, your next time at Disney, and your last time at Disney, and what are your special memories of Disney pictures? My gosh, I at one time I probably knew every Disney photographer that was out there taking PhotoPass pictures. That's a joke, but because I am, if you use the word fanatic, I love getting my picture taken. There's a word that my wife uses that I won't repeat, but I do. I love getting my picture taken. I have so many pictures, and I think I'm going to actually build a collage of that, and we'll go through some pictures the next time I go live, just to show the different fun things you can have at Disney and different the way the characters come alive. When you're excited, they're excited. It's just fantastic. I love doing that. I get lost in the park. Hey, Paul Engel, welcome. I'll get lost in the park. I'll be hanging out with a group of people, and they'll turn around. I'm gone. I may see a photographer over there or something over there, and then I just disappear. And then a few minutes later, I'll come back and go, "Where's Baker?" And they go, "Don't." And Pete will tell you, "Don't worry about Baker." Paul Engel says, "Yeah, I do love taking pictures." And then Paul and I, we got a couple. Right in front of the castle. It is a Zoom picture. That was pretty cool when we were hanging out together. And again, it's just making memories, and being able to share those memories. So I love doing that. We were going to talk about some pins that I collected through some trades this week. It wasn't too many, but the ones I got were pretty cool. I want to share this one. We're going to bring up another screen here, and this is my twin. My twin's going to come up on screen here, and there's my twin brother there. Wave to him. So This was a pin, and I pulled this one out. This is a pin that I got last year, right before Halloween, and it's 0 and full of spirit, and it actually and it glows in the dark. I just found that out the other night, and if you can read it, it says "Play Dead" because he's a dog. Well, he's a dog spirit, and I got that one last year. This is the one that I traded. I traded for this week, and I'm going to read this. It said, "He's no good to me dead," and then I couldn't figure out. I know that's Silly Pete. Yeah, let me turn this around. There we go. Boop. I know that's Pete. Let me Silly Pete, and I'm thinking he's no good to me dead, and then it's a Star Wars pin. And I went, oh my gosh, it's a Star Wars pin. What if it would come up? Let me try this one. Is that one better? Yeah, let's use that one. Let's use that one. I'll bring this one down here. Okay, let's use that one. There we go. Oh, that's much better. He's no good to me dead. And look who he is. Is that not cool? Now, I'm sure Gonzo's going to go, that's mine. Nope. Yeah, so I like that one. You can leave that. You can leave that up, Kate. Thanks. And then I saw this one, and I really wasn't sure where this one came from. And I'm still not sure, but it's a 2011 pin. And I liked it because I'd never seen it before. Look at that. A Dumbo as an ice cream. And I had never seen that pin before, and I like that one. So I traded for that one. So those of you that know how I collect pins, I have a story to tell. And here's another. This is the new set. This is the 100th pin set that has come out. And this is a Dumbo one. And this one was pretty sought after, I found out. And that's a cute pin. So when I was making magic the other night, all the Halloween pins were out. Now, I wasn't Dumbo Dole Whip. Thanks, Stephanie. Yes. Dumbo Dole Whip. Definitely. So I wasn't at the party, but I saw the party pins. And there's only 2 party pins. But they had all of the Halloween pins out. Well, as normal, I do have a Halloween board. And when we get closer to Halloween, I'll be showing that. It's a nice Tinkerbell black and white pin. I don't think this pin is legit just because she's kind of wavy, but I liked it just because it was black and white. And that's what the back of it looks like. It's a limited release. I like Tink. Who else likes Tink? Somebody else told me that somebody liked Tink. Was it you, Stephanie? Or was it Debbie? There's another one for you. I traded for that one. That's a nice pin. Keep my hand behind it, maybe. Whoop. There we go. So I literally purchased one of every holiday pin, and I brought them home. And when I went back to work Tuesday, I took them all back. It was close to $90 in pins. And I took them all back. And why did I take them all back? Because of this. Look. That's why. Onesies, maybe twosies, but not that many. And that may shock a couple people, but yes, Snow White. I did take them back, and I don't regret it because I really did need them. You know, I think when you can control your purchasing like that, you know, it's hard to do. It's collecting is an addiction. And I think those of us that know this, we agree. Um, there wasn't too many. Oh, I think I showed this one last time. Oh, no, I don't think I showed this one. Let me show this one. This one I got, and I was shocked that this was on a pin board. Look at that. Well, I started collecting pins in 2002. Grotto, Trader Sam's. That is a cool pin. And it's big. I mean, if I put it next to Tinkerbell, and that was on a pin board, and I traded that off pin board. Look, I'll put it next to Tink. That's how big that pin is. How's it going, Molly? So I felt good that I made the decision to go ahead and take them back. Just because, right now I don't until I get all my pins on boards, which now I'm actually selling more pins, some of my older pins, but I need to get back into the swing of that too. We did get, I do have, let me back up here. I wanted to do something tonight. Oh. 1 second. Sorry, I'm out of camera. Oh, I grabbed. I'm sliding back into the picture. I had the opportunity to get a couple of these. And these are the maps and everything. And these are on, I think these are on the Disney website. But it shows you everywhere. Let's see if we can fold it in half. There we go. It shows you pretty much where everything is for the Halloween parties and where you can find everything. I mean, the Main Street, Adventureland, Frontierland, Liberty Square, Fantasyland, Tomorrowland, the events, what time everything's happening, candy. Oh my gosh, candy. I was telling everyone what I found out last year. All the signature sponsor, if no one knows this, that during COVID, I think Disney did as a baker, I think Disney did one of the smartest things is they got with the Mars Company, M&M Mars Company, and they made a deal with the Mars Company for basically chocolate purposes, because other than, I wouldn't put my reputation on this, but I'll say other than Hershey and a couple other chocolate companies, I think now that Disney has joined forces with M&M Mars, they're probably one of the largest, if not the largest, cocoa purchasers in the world. That's how much chocolate. The amount of chocolate that gets sold across the street over the confectionery is obscene. I've stood in there for 45 minutes in a rainstorm and just watched people buy chocolate after chocolate, handfuls and buckets. But what they do now is Mars Wrigley is what it's called now, is the main sponsor for, they call them the signature sponsor for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. And the next corporate sponsor is Weathers Original. So all those candies that you get when you're trick-or-treating, more than likely they're donated by the Mars Company. And that's, that's good business, if you ask me. I mean, it does two things. It gives kids candy and it promotes what you're already selling in the parks. So, if you want one of these, I've got 1, 2, 3. If you want one of these, the first 3 people first 3 people to go over to my Instagram and say Happy Halloween, I'll send these out to you in the mail. And give me your address if you want. First 3 people in my Instagram, I'll send one of these out to you as a gift, just as a thank you. Thanks for supporting my channel. Thanks for being here. One of the things that I got at Pete's Meetup, when we had Pete's Meetup in Maryland, was I won this. If you haven't watched that, if somebody will drop that link to that meetup that Pete had, this was made by Sue Cargo, and this is pretty awesome. And I'm going to let everybody know who the first 3 were in a few minutes. Let me get back to this. But this is a bucket hat that Sue Cargo made, and it's really cool because it has Mickey. It's all Mickey heads on it, and they're made of the globe. And then you turn it inside out, and look at that. Is that not cool? So on a really, really sunny day, you definitely want the white out. I love that. And it's a large, and it fits me perfect. I love wearing bucket hats. And then on a day where it's not so sunny, I can wear this out. So, but thank you so much. I'm glad. Thanks, Pete, for doing that and getting all that together. That will be adorned on my head one day when I'm live in the park. Adorned on my head one day when I'm live in the park. I did have an opportunity. I'm going to reach over here. And I was live on Whatnot one day, and I know you all have heard me talk about this gentleman, but if you haven't, you're about to. Years ago on Main Street, there was a character, and his name was Scoop Sanderson. And Scoop Sanderson used to trade pins. Shocker. He used to trade pins with the guests on Main Street. And the cool thing about what Scoop Sanderson had an opportunity to do is he had an opportunity to go into the archives, in the pin archives, and get special pins. He would go into the inventory, he would look into the inventory, and they would let him trade certain pins. And I will find the pin that I traded with him within his next couple of weeks and make sure I show it to you all. It's Minnie sitting at Walt's desk drawing Mickey Mouse. So it's pretty cool. But I had the opportunity to meet him and talk with him, and I have his business card. And then just recently, when I was hired to be a cast member at Disney, my recruiter, I told her that story, and it's longer than that, but I cut it short. And she's like, well, that's funny because he's a really good friend of mine. So, and she said, whenever you're, in the parks and maybe one time you want to get together and meet him for lunch or something, she says, maybe I can arrange that. So I'm looking forward to that. But then I did see him a couple of weeks ago, and he has his own Whatnot channel. And it's called Scoop. And I went on and I ordered, I'm going to take these pins off of here because I want to show you his pin card. I bought 2 pins off of his Whatnot channel because actually I bought one, and after I bought the one, he said, well, you can't have that one without another one. And I like patriotic pins that Disney makes. So I went ahead and I bought this one. Isn't that a cool pin? And Mickey's in red, white, and blue. I really like that. I didn't know how old it was, but I knew I liked it. And he works his Whatnot with another person that helps him, and she kind of runs it, and then he kind of runs another screen. And he said, who got this one? And they said me, and he goes, well, okay, well, he's going to get this one too because they go together. And then he gave me Minnie. So it's Mickey and Minnie together. And she's in red, white, and blue too. and he gave that to me. And see, and that just goes to show you, you know, if you've heard the story of how I met him and how that went to be, you'd understand. So I'm sure that he has so many Disney pins without Disney backer cards. Oh, you sure do. Pete's got some nice old pins. He's got a bunch of them. And I had the opportunity to cruise through some of them with Pete, and Pete's here. So, and then when I was at Pete's and Pete was looking through his new old pins, he had asked me questions about a couple of them, and then he was asking me questions about a couple of them, and then Pete gave me this one, and that's a Roger Rabbit pin, and it's cool because it dangles. It's a dangle. It's Roger and Jessica tied up on the hook in the warehouse. Is that not a cool pin? Thanks, Pete. So this will go in my collection of never ever ever to be traded pins. So, and I wore this to the baseball game the next day. If you see me in, there's a couple Instagrams out there with me, and if you see my picture with me in my jersey, I think Movie Mania Nick has one, and you can see that I have that pin on. I wore it the next day. Yep. Hey Regina, what's going on? Welcome in, Regina. Welcome in. It's your first time. Say hello. So jealous of Roger Rabbit pin. You don't see a lot of Roger Rabbit. No, you don't. So with all the pins that Scoop probably got year after year after year, I'm sure he collected a lot on his own as a cast member, but didn't have card backs. Card backs meaning, let me give you an example. Like this one. This is from Mickey's Runaway Railway. You know, those are the card backs, and that's Pluto card backs. So he had his own pins made up, and this is how they look. Super classy, and it says Scoop's Pins. Guaranteed. Good night, Charlie. Good to see you, buddy. Don't put any more logs on the fire. And it says right at the bottom, Scoop's Pins on the Whatnot app. So, and all of his pins come with that. Come with these backer cards. So these pins are really cool. They're going to go on my red, white, and blue collection. And I just thought that was nice of him that I purchased the one pin and he gave me. Oh, hey, Regina. Sorry, right. I didn't recognize the name with the face of Regina. Regina we were sitting next to each other with Jennifer Crusoe when we saw the M80s. That was great. That was a lot of fun. So he makes his own pin backs for that. And those are just, he didn't have to give me that other pin, but that's the type of person he is. And hopefully the day that I get to meet him, we'll have that chat about, do you remember me? All the millions of people he probably met. All right. So we were talking about I had 3 of these to give away. And the 3 people that reached out to me first on Instagram are Paul Engel said Happy Halloween. Tina Marie says Happy Halloween. And Stephanie Keel says Happy Halloween. So those 3 will be going out to you guys. Make sure I have and Stephanie's right on top. She gave me her address right off the top. And I believe I have, I don't know if I have Tina's. Oh, I'd have to check. I don't think I have yours, Tina. And Paul, I'm not sure if I have yours, so just make sure I get those from you. And if I do have them, just remind me how I got them, either if it's in an email or on Instagram or Messenger or something like that. But that's the cool part. It's neat just realizing, how amazing, one thing can get all of us together and we can chat about it. And even if like, it's, gosh, I got Groku behind me. I've got Mickey sitting next to me. I got a business card holder. I got Mickey and Minnie. And now, what you may find surprising, and some of you may not, thanks, Tina, is I'm in this. I'm more so in the giving than the getting. I don't need to get anything more for myself. I was literally contemplating literally taking a whole pin board, and posting it on my whatnot, and then just putting it up for auction with the pins on it. A pin board that I've already made, with the pins on it, because I've got enough pins probably to make another, I don't know, 8, maybe 9 more pin boards for myself. But I think when I'm looking to make boards now for myself, I probably want to make them, like I made, the one for you, Pete. I want to make it a shadow box. I want to make it behind glass. That's okay. It's okay, Tina. I want to double check some of my pins. I know there are some of my pins that I already have on pin boards that I have special memories connected to. And the older I get, the most memories that you thought about, you tend to forget the most. And I don't want to forget those. So I want to put some of those pins behind glass, and do it that way. But making sure, thanks, Paul. Just making sure that I don't want to forget those memories. And the older you get, the more you forget. I tell you, I forget more than I learn now. So, but along with that is, making making time. Making time seems to be everyone's. A lot of people say, "Well, I don't have the time." Making time, and making time's hard. Um, and when we can make the time to do things we want to do for ourselves and do for others, and it makes us feel better. So that's what I want to do now, is just try to make some more time to do for other people. Whether it just be reaching out, saying hello, or stopping by, with a, half dozen donuts and sitting on the front porch drinking a coffee and just talking for an hour, something like that. That's what I want to do, is not just give back in physical things, but give back just in time, just in chat, something like this. And that goes back to the young lady that I spoke to the other day when I was making magic. Is she's a ninja watcher? That means a lot. And it was the smile on her face, and looking at her mom. It was like, I watch his channel, and it was like, it was just pretty neat meeting someone that I've never met before that enjoys this. This is what I do. So thank you for being there, and you know who you are. And you don't ever have to be in chat, but I appreciate you being there. When I reach out in my Instagram, I look for certain people. If you don't know who Rachel Strickland is, check out Rachel Strickland on Instagram. She's a pretty amazing mother, wife, and friend. I'm going to mute this. But check out her YouTube channel. She's pretty amazing. And her Instagram is Rachel Strickland Official. So check that out. She's pretty amazing. She has a comment, and her comment is, treat your business like your business. And I reached out to her the other day, and I was really wanting to get something done, and I just popped over to, I was working on trying to get my whatnot up, and I popped over, and I was just in a funk, and I popped over her Instagram, and she just had just amazing Instagram up. And then I just reached out to her and said, hey, and she said, hey, back. And I said, someone once told me treat my business like my business. And I said, I'm in a funk. And then she just came back with ha ha ha. And that's the way she is. So just being supportive that way. So what's up, Pete? Welcome in.
What are you doing?
Oh, just chatting. It's a chat night. It's just chatting. There's too many me up there. Don't freak Pete out.
This is way too much Baker than I need.
See if we can do it that way. I don't know. Katie, you got this.
Yeah, there's way too many Baker right now.
No. Oh, he's back. Oh. Hey, there we go.
Head was spinning for a minute.
How you doing, Pete?
Good. What are you doing?
Oh, I gotta ask you.
I didn't do it.
Yes, you did. So I know how much you like Jessica.
No, it's not that. You're wrong. You're actually wrong.
You don't like Jessica Rabbit?
It's Roger Rabbit.
Is it? Yeah, you like her.
No, it's Roger Rabbit.
Like Roger, okay. But you have Jessica on your screen for your show.
Yeah, it's just we have Jessica and Robert on there, but it's Roger,
Right.
but it's all about Roger Rabbit.
So those that are here with us in chat, those are and Ninja, and they're watching, so they know how much that means to me that you gave that up to me, and that was very nice because that was a gift that was given to you, and you just returned out and gave it right to me.
Well, I asked you which ones you liked, and you were having a rough day in the kitchen, and I just wanted to do something nice to say, hey, I appreciate all you did, and that happened to be the one that you picked.
No.
But no, it's all about Roger.
Yeah. Please.
Well,
I love that. Yep.
That is my favorite Disney character.
I don't think I could dress up like him for this Halloween.
You're okay. I got Roger. I got a new Roger right behind me here. All right. I better not. If I drop this, I'm gonna hear hell. This is really cool. You usually can't see it. I swear, because it's usually sitting behind me. That. Hold on. I need more light. Hold on. I'm using the other studio today, so let me put this on. Okay. Since I don't have anybody up in this house right now, and I wasn't planning on coming on.
Oh, well, you're always welcome.
That might be a little too much behind me. Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
I can turn it off if it's too much behind me. That's my Roger.
Oh, he's.
Hold on, let me see if my hand's a mess today. There you go.
Oh yes, I love that.
Yeah, I better not drop it. I'm gonna move him over there. But yeah, he has Roger Rabbit. When I was younger, that movie always made me laugh. And I am going to turn this off, Chris, because you don't need that freaking spotlight behind you. I'm in the other. I'm in studio.
Good night.
But we don't do the things the studio does. Roger Rabbit always made me laugh. That was the big thing when I was going in the early 80s, late 80s, when I was going through a lot through high school and stuff and everything. I could always go back to that movie and it made me laugh. And so that movie always had meaning to me. It was also one of the first things I did in Disney when I went down there. I went and remember the Roger Rabbit car that was there, the black car that they had back in the backstage?
Yes. Yes.
That was one of my things that I did. And then in recent days, this character, this movie, it just has a lot of meaning to me. So yeah, I'm partial to. I want to find. I saw there was pins, new Roger Rabbit pins coming out. Chris showed it on something.
I saw that.
The 80s collection or something. I want to find a way to get that. That's one of my things that I want to find.
Yeah, because I think he said it's not out on Shop Disney yet, but it's gonna be.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's a cool pin. That's him busting through the brick wall.
I want that. I want
Now,
that pin.
so you know in Hollywood Studios where his window is.
No,
You know
not
where his
offhand.
Oh my gosh. So the diner that Steve goes to, right there.
50s diner.
Yes, and yep. There's a character restaurant right there, right next to it. If you back up, if you're outside the restaurant, you back up and you look up right over top of the doorway where you go in, up that is a picture of the glass that he went through. It says RK Maroon, and it
Okay.
shows him the picture. It's an outline picture of when he came through the glass with the shades and everything. I'll have to show you that when you come down.
I will take a look at that. We'll be down there in the near future.
Yes, yeah. So that'll be good, a good photo thing that you haven't seen. It's kind of like the windows on Main Street. A lot of people don't know about those, and there's a couple of them in Hollywood Studios. But I liked Roger Rabbit. I liked how they did it. I liked how they went back and did humans with cartoons, like in Mary Poppins. You know, I liked how they did that and went back and did that. That was pretty cool. And I like the storyboard. I like it when he's hacksawing the handcuffs off, and he goes, "Here, let me hold that for you." And he takes it. He said, "You could do that the whole time." He goes, "No, you could only do it when it's funny."
Funny, yeah. That's Roger does love Jessica. That's for sure.
Yeah, patty cake. They like playing patty cake.
Everybody needs a Jessica.
Yeah, that's a fact. So
Mm-hmm.
good night, Kay.
Yep.
Thanks for being here.
Night, Kay.
So, yeah. So now they had if you go back and watch some of the early Hollywood Studios, they used to have a character of him and Jessica that used to walk around the parks.
Hers was only for a little bit because people complained because she was dressed too provocatively for what society was ready for at that point. And honestly, she's just drawn that way. So
she's just drawn that way.
But I mean, I wish they still had a Roger Rabbit meet and greet. I'd stand in line for that in heartbeat.
Heck yeah.
But you know,
and bring his cartoon car out and let him ride that around. That would be great. That would be fantastic.
I mean, I'm sure they still have that black car somewhere from the Weasels, but that's the one that it was.
Yeah, because that was on the backstage tour.
Mm-hmm.
The backstage tour.
Yep.
Now, whose car was parked outside of the cinema on Hollywood and Vine? It was that golden, huge old car.
Taxi cab. It was a taxi cab.
Oh, that was a taxi cab.
Yeah, they had the taxi cab out there.
Pictures taken next to the car, whatever car they had there, because they would change them out every couple of years.
Yeah, I remember the taxi cab. I don't remember the other ones. It might have been there. I just might have missed it.
Yeah, and there's no car there now.
No, there's not much reference to Roger throughout the parks. Unfortunately, you know, it's limited. You know, when you get it. I mean, I'd love to see him in for like TVC nights or something like that as a specialty character or something like that. You know, I think it's a great movie that Disney doesn't embrace as much as it could.
I agree.
That's my opinion. You know?
Well, and again, it goes back to the talent that made it. What they were talking about, RK Maroon. You know, he was a movie maker. He was the old cartoonists were. And I like how they blended when they brought in Dumbo, and it says they brought him over from Disney, and he works for Peanuts, and he threw a bunch of peanuts out to him, because it was Dumbo. I like those little things that went back and forth in that.
Problem
movie.
is a lot of those actors have now passed, or they're past their prime. I mean, Christopher Lloyd is really up there, who was a villain, in that whole thing. So the guy that played Eddie Valiant is passed away. I know that he's passed us. So it's good night, Regina. It's just tough, for them to recreate that movie now. They'd have to totally change it.
Totally recast it. And then it wouldn't be the same.
It wouldn't be the same. And that's the challenge with it. And I like it, it's it'll always be one of my favorites. And that statue is
if you're surfing, you come across it, it doesn't matter where it is, you'll just stop and watch it.
In the past, over time, I would say that. In recent days, I've sat and watched parts of it just as I'm here in my office. You know, I just will sit and watch parts of it and just laugh and, you know, think about, you know, different things that make me laugh. So,
Yeah.
or it's a movie that I like to, you know, a little known fact, I like to lay in bed and listen to a movie or to something like that as I'm falling asleep. You know, last night I was listening to Big Bang Theory episodes. Night before that, I was listening to what did I listen to the night before? Oh, Goodfellas. I was listening to that as I fell asleep. Yeah, so
Mom,
I do.
I need
I do
this knife. I'll
What's
bring it
that?
back. When he said Joe Pesci says, I need to borrow this knife. I'll bring it back. He's talking to
Yeah.
his mother.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. And if it's Disney, hey, Space Mountain Dave, welcome in. You know, I like Disney Plus and the Imagineers. I can't tell you how many times I've watched the Imagineers or listened to them just in earbuds.
Mhm.
But Christopher Robin, the movie Christopher Robin,
Yeah.
that's one that I'll put on purposely to help me fall asleep. That's definitely one. The Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory I fell asleep to last night. You know, that's not Disney, but that's another good one. The original.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I do a lot of Marvel. I do a lot of Star Wars. You know, just you know, if as long as it's something I like and I can sit and listen to stuff that makes me laugh. I listen to Major League. I watch Major League a bunch of times. It's one of my favorite movies. So I can sit and listen to that, and you know, so
Yeah. So
Old School. That's another one. Old School's a good one.
Who's the the guy that has incense in Major League, and he prays in front of the soccer.
Serrano.
Yeah,
Serrano.
He's fantastic. I love that character. Yeah,
Hats for bats.
What's
hats
that?
For bats. Hats for bats. You need hats for bats.
It's just, and it just makes you laugh. And it's funny, and how they link the story, all those stories into it. You know, and
it's well written. It's a great movie. It's one of my favorites of all time. I've gotten Preston hooked on it now too. So,
Hayes.
Willie Mays Hayes.
Willie Mays Hayes. Yep. And his character is who? Who plays him?
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes. Yep. Wesley Snipes. Yep. So
it's not good to mess with Joe Boo's Rum Baker.
No, it's not. No, it's not. And would they try to get him a live chicken or something like that?
Well, they couldn't do that, so they got him a bucket of fried chicken.
Yeah, they got him a bucket of fried chicken. That's hilarious. That's so wrong in so many different ways, though, too. Yeah, not today. You know, you're not going to see that today. So,
Is he in here? I don't think he's in here, Paul. He's
what?
Oh, what the hell are you doing? Damn it! Don't do that.
What's up, Preston? Hey, Preston, what's going on?
I've never been asleep.
Then why didn't you answer me when I called you?
Because I was reading.
Whoa! All right.
And did you just go put that shirt on for me?
No.
I saw somebody in the park with that shirt on the other day.
Really?
And I literally I walked up to him. I said, "What flavor beaver nuggets do you like?" And he just looked at me. He goes, "Is that a serious question?" I said, "Yeah." His wife looks at me. She goes, "He likes all of them." So yeah, that's a cool picture.
I thought you were sleeping when I called.
No.
Okay. You want to sit in here? Get a chair.
Peekaboo.
Get a chair.
A chair. Yep. So
I just switched out of that chair. Just took my legs off.
did you unearth one of those bobbleheads, Pete? Did you take one out of the box?
No, I did not. I've been giving them away to people.
So these are the bobbleheads that when we did the meet and greet up with Pete, these are the bobbleheads, the Eddie Murray bobbleheads. So, and seeing that you haven't, I might as well go ahead and open mine. I still have my I have my Tom Davis. I have a Tom Davis bobblehead, and I have a oh gosh, brain fart. Like I said earlier, guys, who was our catcher for all those years? Rick Dempsey. I've got a Rick Dempsey bobblehead. Yep.
Am I here for the trivia? Is that why I'm here?
I'm sorry?
Am I here for the trivia? Because you don't know anything tonight.
No. Well, I don't. I know you do, so I'll ask you. And so
I'm
There's-
putting my phone in front of me because I never know what's going to happen here.
and he's got a batting glove on, and that's pretty cool. And you get to put his bat, and everything is pretty much proportioned the right way. Some bobbleheads aren't. This one's made really well. He's number.
I wasn't
33.
looking in those areas.
And they even have his hair come. Remember how his hair used to come out the back of his helmet because he had a big afro. Yep, and there it is, and sponsored by Rural Farms. Yep, and that's a pretty cool bobblehead.
There you go.
Did you keep yours, Preston?
Yes.
Yes, of course
So
you did.
my other 4 bobbleheads.
Yep.
Do you have a bobblehead collection, Preston?
Of like 4 or 5, maybe.
Not
That's a
many.
collection. More
No,
than
not
2
many.
is a collection. More than 2. That's a nice bobblehead. And did you see the beer that they were promoting? The IGA beer that day? Pete?
No.
So I had a picture of it. I'll have to send it to you. I called this woman Vanna White because she actually held, me and Nick were walking around. She held up 2 of them. And it was an IGA beer that they just put this wraparound like sticker on just for the day. It had all of Eddie Murray stats, had a picture of Eddie Murray. Of course, it had the Oriole bird fogged out on his hat because it wasn't sponsored by the Orioles. But it gave all of his stats and all the years he played with the Orioles. And the thing I like about this is it's got that's his signature. I had a baseball glove that had his signature on it. I don't know where it went,
Don't know.
but 1983 World Series, he had 5 hits, 2 home runs, 2 runs, and 3 runs batted in. So you're an Oriole fan, that's good stuff for you. So
Are you giving a pin away tonight?
am I giving a pin away tonight?
That's what I heard.
I gave away I'll show you what I gave away. I gave away 2023 Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween maps. I'd gotten 3 of those the other day, and I gave away the first 3 people that went onto my Instagram and said Happy Halloween. They got that.
Give away
So-
pins. Yeah, I heard her. He's going to give away some pins.
Give away a pin. Give away a pin. Oh, do I have a pin to give away? I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, give away the pins. I'm trying to get him to do it.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Never mind. I'm not allowed to do that anymore.
what anymore?
I've been told I'm not to be a pest.
You're not a pest. You're not a pest. You're an influencer. There's a difference.
Oh, okay. Wasn't me. It was somebody back there yelling. Preston. He was yelling behind me.
Preston, were you yelling in your father's ear? No, not me. Okay, let's see. Let's do.
Yep.
Ah,
You'll be all right.
I didn't have any. Oh, let's see. Can I do that one?
I'll just pick one off the board. Let me watch the other way.
You're funny. Oh, let's see. All right, let's do. All right, let's do this one. I showed this one earlier. Let's do that one.
That looks like a bear with a guitar.
It is. It's one of the it's Country Bears. Make it a mystery pin, Chris. Then you don't have to search. Oh, Katie White, you're awesome. So I was just showing everyone that one. That's not one. Okay, that's a great idea. That's gonna make more work for Katie though. So now we have to put up a wheel. Eddie's ready to hit a home run. He sure was, Paul. Every time he went up to bat. All right. Okay, I like Katie's idea. Make it a mystery pin. Okay, Katie. So how
Or
are
you
we
could
going to do
press-
that?
You can select one of those Funkos back there, Preston.
It looks like the 50th one, so I have all those.
Do you have all those? Oh, I should have done.
Are those the People Mover ones?
Yes.
That's good eyes, Preston.
Yep.
Have all those.
You want to go to Disney in December, early December with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Christmas?
Well, that was easy enough.
I literally
Okay.
just saw it on my TikTok not even an hour ago. That was like, this is your sign to go to Disney for Christmas.
Just for a couple days.
Surprise.
We'll talk about it offline.
Good night, Doug.
Yeah, but-
Thanks for stopping in.
Ooh, I'm gonna go get my plane. I'll be right back.
You want to go get what?
And Molly, he is not being. I just read that, Pete. Molly, he's not being a pest.
Sorry.
All right, Katie, are you going to start a wheel up? Because that's the way we're going to have to run that.
He said December.
You already got a calendar out?
This is my school calendar.
Oh, sweet Liberty. I don't know the dates off the top of my head. Just hang tight. Just let me get a chance to put it together first, then I'll get with you. Oh my God.
Okay, gotcha. I didn't see that. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, keep talking. That's hard for me to do. How about that, Pete?
That I find very shocking.
So, Pete,
Doug, get out of here. I think Doug's a guest on my show this week. I got to go look at my calendar. December 7th to the 10th. Go ahead, look at your calendar.
so
You'll
I
have
just
to be
lost.
somewhere because I got school the next day.
We would make school the next day,
Okay,
Preston.
cool. Sounds like a plan.
Your sister gets the opportunity to go too. There's caveats, though. We'll talk about the caveats off stream. So I guess I'll be in Disney in December now.
Woo!
Christmas
But you know
party
what's even
days.
What?
25 days until we get to see Baker.
I don't know if we'll do the Christmas party. I've got some things I want to do, Jeannie. So no, we may not do the Christmas party, but we'll do some other things that are going to be good. So stop talking about Tron. He already didn't get us on Tron.
Hey,
We might get down there. Might not be able to get back on Tron.
hey.
We might not be allowed. We might go up there and they'll tell us it's closed.
I have no idea what you're talking about. But I do know that I'm making a trip first thing tomorrow morning to the post office. So Dreamer Deborah and Debbie Burnfield, both of their pin boards are going out tomorrow.
That's nice.
And
I'm going to the post office on Tuesday or Wednesday, and everything is going out from the party and everything from the channel. I don't know, Preston, how much do we have over there? It's a ton. It's a ton of stuff that we're mailing out this week.
It looks like Christmas.
It does. It looks like Christmas
the
over in the
office.
side of my office here. It's a Dad
I
Builds
bet it-
corner that's filled with boxes.
I bet it does. Would you like to see a picture of one?
On one of your pin boards? Yeah, I'd love to see that.
This is
Nice.
one of the ones I'm sending out. Well, wait. Let's see if we can put it on this camera. I don't know which one's going to work. Well, she's busy. Let me do it on this one, and I think I can control this. Hold on.
Move it to your right.
There we go.
There you go. Nice.
Yep. And that pin did not go on it. And this is a frame that I repainted. You really can't see a good one from there. Let me.
I like the frame you did for us. It's really nice.
Yeah, the frame I added the color to it, and I actually sponge painted it with gold layer. So
Nice.
it was brown, and then I sponge painted it. They both turned out really nice. And both of them come, and neither of them are in here, so I can say this. Both of them come with a surprise pin. So I sent them a surprise pin with those. Well, and that's, and I did, I reached out to person you asked me to reach out to concerning my pin frames on your site. So I reached out to
Good.
that person. We're going to be working on that. So, hey, Dave. Mary Carroll says, I'm glad to join the stream with Adam, Blake, and Reba, my 3 cats. Did you know she had 3
Yeah.
cats?
Mary has 3 cats. She's very proud of them. Yes.
She is. She
You know
has
what?
3
I'd love to get Mary Carroll as an interview on my channel. Mary Carroll, would you like to come on as an interview on my channel? I'd have to find a way. Maybe the Wednesday night show, or even better, maybe the Sunday night show with the girls. You could come on with Monterey Molly and Stephanie Keel, who are in here right now. That would be kind of cool. I don't know if she'd want to be an interview.
That would be a good interview.
Oh, Stephanie Keel is out of here. She's had enough.
Good night, Stephanie. So that was good tonight. I was watching part of that while I was working in here. That was a good show. Yeah, I call her the Donut Queen.
The Donut Queen. She does a good job.
Yeah.
She is a really good creator. I started chatting with her when she was at 100. She reached out to me one day and was asking about how to do some things on the channel, and I didn't care. I just helped her out, and she's crushed it.
Yep.
Crystal Palace.
Yep. Crystal Palace. Yep. Oh, I like it. I like listening to her describe the donuts when she's doing them, and I'm like, you should be like a bakery technician, because that's kind of how the bakery technician is. They literally pick it apart. Is it fluffy? Is it cakey? Is it dry? Is it wet? I mean, she's got all the attributes on it that work out well. And again, cross-referencing that with her merch now, I thought that was pretty cool that she puts the ratings on her shirts. I thought that you thought that was exciting. Put the ratings on your shirts. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty smart.
I'm excited for next week. I'm excited for next week's guest.
Has that been revealed?
Haunt. Nicole,
Oh,
Happy's
really?
Haunt. Well, if you actually watch the end of the show, you know that. But Nicole, Happy's Haunt will be our guest, and it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see the ladies and what they come up with for Nicole.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Something special.
You're on there down the road.
Yep. Yeah, I'm on there. I think you already gave me the date.
Mary Carroll, you reach out to me and you let me know, and we could do it. I'm sure the ladies will take good care of you in there to sit and talk with you.
2 Real Geeks,
Danny,
welcome.
How's it going, Danny? And Samantha Lowe.
Hello, Samantha. Samantha's taking a trip to Disneyland.
Yep, she is. She's going to the party and everything.
She's got her Oogie Boogie passes. I can fit in a piece of luggage.
Sam, I might reach out to you or talk to you when I'm down there in a couple of weeks, because I need to get my hands on that Mickey Mouse popcorn bucket from out there. Maybe I can get Sam to get it for me if I give her the money. That's a cool one.
It is. I like that. I like that one. I like the one from last year, because I decked mine out in LED lights. I put 2 strings of LED lights in it, and I put both battery packs on the back of the door that opens. I hot glued them on there. So, and then I walk around the parks with it lit up. It's pretty cool. So
Are you doing the party? Are you doing the Halloween party this year?
Yes.
With us? You doing it with us?
Yes. Hello, Preston.
Okay.
Yep. Same date. Yep.
Good.
And where are we
We're
that day?
We're 1 ticket short. So
we're at the Poly that night. We
Are you?
decided to come in to do a one-nighter at the Poly, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Just that night. That way it's a lot easier, because with the costumes and stuff like that. So
You're gonna wear costumes that night?
we are. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Are you waiting to unveil that night of?
I am.
Okay.
Yep. It's only only 1 year that I told our group, because we had a group of like 6 people go 1 year. That was before I was on YouTube, that I told. And then they all was like, okay, well, we'll all dress like that. I was like, okay. But I was Jack Sparrow. I went as Jack Sparrow. And I've got some pretty amazing pictures of that. And I actually got my picture taken with Jack Sparrow. We were in line to get our pictures taken with him. And then he remembered me because we were the last people in line to get the meet and greet with him, because then they had to move him over to get him ready for the last parade of the night. And he was on his ship on the last parade. And then I was standing outside of Pin Traders right there. And I was standing up on the platform, and I saw him coming, and I raised my mug, and then he's like, oh, and then he's running around looking for his mug, and he found his mug, and then he looked at me and raised his mug, and we raised them together. The guy next to me goes, do you know him? I'm like, yes, Captain Jack Sparrow. He started laughing. I was like, no, I just met him at the meet and greet. But that was
You excited for the party?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you excited about for the party?
Tron.
Try. There you go.
And Space Mountain.
And Space Mountain. I'm not doing Space Mountain.
Space
Certain
Mountain.
things I'm not doing.
I don't know.
I won't do-
Didn't I do Space Mountain with you last time, Preston?
You voted with Amber. Yeah, no, you voted with. I think you
I
voted
wrote
with
with
Caleb.
Casey. I think
Yeah.
it is, and Casey. Yeah, I think we wrote it together because I put my shirt up over my head and I was Bungholio. No, you don't know you know who Bungholio is?
No comment.
That was funny. Oh. Good luck getting on Tron. No.
Okay, Chris, I'm gonna share the screen, but we're gonna need to have people holler out because a lot of people have left. And so I've been adding and removing names. So we need to make sure everybody's on there. So we're going to share the screen and then say something in chat if your name is not on there, because there's not a lot of names on here for as many people that have left. Okay, hold on.
All right, we'll do that. Hey, Bespoke Magic, welcome. All right, so everyone,
Was that you? Was that you?
That was the voice of K. We are the voice of K. All right, so everyone that's in chat, we're gonna put up a screen, and we're gonna spin our screen, and we're gonna have a mystery. We're gonna give a mystery pin, and that's probably how we'll close the show. We'll be doing a mystery pin. The one thing I did want to share before that is before we even do that. So I keep talking about baking and baking and baking, and baking on my channel. And you know what? I decided seeing that I'm doing church every Sunday now. Sunday's probably not going to work out unless I do it on a later afternoon. But then what happens is that gets into football time, and I love watching football. So I'm going to switch. I'm going to be doing. Hey, Corn Dog, welcome in. Is it your first time in? Welcome in. Good to have you. I'm going to start doing my bakes when I start them up. They're going to be started on Saturdays. So I'm going to do my bakes on Saturdays, and they're going to be Saturdays around 12 o'clock. And we're going to go 12 o'clock in the afternoon for as long as they go. I just figured that will work out because I do love football, and I'm not going to miss football. And a lot of people like football. And Pete, you do your lives on football, and that just comes into happy time for me. So I want to do bakes, and we'll do the bakes at 12. So look for that up and coming. And I'll be sending out questionnaires on Instagram and on Facebook. What you'd like to see me bake. I'll be sending out some multiple choices, and we're going to do some Disney desserts, and then we're going to do some off-brand desserts. So we'll do it that way. So how's that? What's he up to?
Do you need this?
No, I don't need. Did you empty it?
No, there's still a ton of frosting in there. Holy hell.
Go get a spoon and give it to Molly.
Anybody need any frosting?
It's a little hard.
It's still good though. Just got to mix it up. Mix it up, put it in a Tupperware container. It won't go bad.
What about you do with crackers?
Yeah, just put it on anything. Did you eat all the chocolate
How,
icing?
how would I make that moist again, Baker?
That? Ooh.
Yeah.
It's not. Is it? It's not that hard, is it? It shouldn't be.
That's what she said.
I'm watching.
Hitting me with a thing here.
It kind of feels like a Play-Doh type hard.
Okay. All you need to do is take like maybe a shot glass of warm water and put half of it in there and then mix it up real good and then see if that works and then get it out of that container and get it into a smaller container like a Tupperware container. And if that's not enough, mix it with another half shot glass of warm water.
It smells good. Let me see. No,
Oh yes, that smells good.
it does smell good.
Tina and I were eating frosting in your kitchen.
I
Did
have
you eat
that.
all-
I have that picture. That
Oh, I
picture
didn't
doesn't
see
leave my phone. What?
Did anybody eat all the chocolate icing? I think you guys put that on some stuff the next day, didn't you?
No, we put the vanilla on brownies.
Oh, okay.
It was good.
Okay, Bespoke said, yeah, Saturday's a great day for baking and relax. Okay, I love it. Fantastic.
Let's see if we can.
Okay,
find that back
so
in.
here's if you're in chat and you don't see your name on the wheel, just give us a shout. I can read them real quick. I've got
If you're on the wheel and you're not in chat, let us know.
Joy S, Jeannie, Molly, Bespoke, Paul, Katie Y, Pete, Corndog, Regina, Zip. I think Doug left. Mary Carroll, Doug, if you're still here, let us know. Two Real Geeks, Preston, Movie Mania Nick, Kate Wilberry. I think she left also. Kay, if you're still here, let us know. Stephanie, same with Stephanie. Space Mountain Dave. All right, so if you didn't hear your name, let us know.
Hola.
You got Corn Dog on there? Yep, Corn Dog's on there. Two Real Geeks on there. Yep.
Baker, I will show you that picture when we get off stream, but I will not give you that picture.
Oh, that's understood. No worries. It's all good. You know what, Two Real Geeks? I'll tell you what. It was a good chunk of change for that Halloween party. There's no doubt. But here's how I'm going to combat that. Okay, and Stephanie is here. Yeah, great. Here's how I'm going to combat that. When I get there, when I get to the park in the morning, I'm going to rent a large locker. And in that large locker, I'm going to be putting 3 backpacks. And no, not Loungefly backpacks. 3 backpacks. And I'm going to be wearing one of them. That means there's 3 in a locker and 1 on my back. When I leave the park that night, all 4 of those backpacks are going to be packed with candy. I kid you not. Because you can go over to PhilharMagic. And when you go into PhilharMagic, they give you candy. You have your bag, they put candy in your bag. When you leave PhilharMagic, they give you candy. And you can just go around and around and keep doing it. Now, in PhilharMagic, they have cartoons playing, but not like a normal day. It's not a whole showing of PhilharMagic. So you can just walk through and just do laps. So for a couple of hours, that's what I'll be doing. At least 2 hours, I'll be doing laps and getting nothing but candy. So that's a couple $100.
You can have all mine.
That's it. That's a couple $100 worth of candy. Well, what did I get? 89 cookies at the Christmas party.
Yes.
I beat Jeff's number. I got 89 cookies. But look what I did at those. I gave them away. You know?
Yep.
I packaged them up and gave them away. You know, I wasn't going to eat all those cookies. I just wanted to beat the amount that Jeff got.
Go for 100.
And I did. Yep. 200 a night is, well, I didn't pay 200.
You grab him. I don't want to grab him tonight. I don't need to drop him. I drop him, something's going to happen. Put him back there, back on the shelf, so he's back for.
It's 400. Go to Walmart and get that candy. Yep. Oh, I agree. I got you. Yep. But you know what? It's the experience too. I mean, sometimes you get to see.
I'm paying for the memories, and it's worth every penny.
Yeah. I was just going to say that there's a lot of things that you don't get an opportunity to do at any other Halloween party I've ever been to. The experience you get is not so Hollywood scary parties. It's pretty amazing.
I can get a good look at it, a bull's T-bone or a horse's T-bone by sticking my head right up their backside, but I'd rather take the butcher's word for it.
Oh,
I'd rather be there.
Who's
What movie is that from?
That's from a movie.
It is. Figure out the movie.
Whoa.
I had to adjust it because I didn't want to use the improper language on your channel.
Oh, I don't remember. Yeah.
Thank you, Jen. Right on it. That's my girl. Bam.
Yeah, Tommy Boy.
Right on it. Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy. That's right. We were just
Another movie filmed in Ohio, Sandusky, Ohio. I think that was Farley's greatest movie in my mind. Tommy Boy.
That was a great movie.
Oops.
Good Lord.
We needed that the other night. We sure did. My stream last week, oh my gosh, it was rocking so much, and then I lost internet. I just lost everything. I was like, oh my gosh. And Katie saved the day. She stayed live.
I was watching you, Ninja.
Yeah.
I watch a lot, Ninja. Best skits were the ones down by the river. Yeah. It's a man in a van. Oh God. He was so good. I'm going to talk about naked Barbie body parts on Wednesday.
Is it show and tell?
Yeah, we're going to have a thing because Joy and Jen and Tina are doing a crazy Barbie stream on Joy's channel at 8:00. So I figure for my birthday, I'm going to sit and talk about the anatomically bodies of Barbies.
All right. Well, I've got one at my feet.
The show and tell.
Yeah. I've got one at my feet. I've got. Well, it's not a Barbie, but maybe we could figure out what to do with her.
Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana.
What if she's anatomically correct? So, do you see the price on that?
How much was it?
How much was it? Oh, I'm not going to tell you how much it was, but I'm going to tell you how much I'm selling it for. I'm selling
How
it
much you
for
selling for?
50.
50. Is it signed by Hannah Montana?
No.
Yeah. It doesn't exist anymore.
Nope. That's why. And it's never been open. Still sealed.
Okay.
Yep.
Do we have Barbies here that I could use, Preston?
No.
Are you sure? I think your sisters had Barbies.
I gave it all away.
We did? We gave them all away?
I think so.
I'm going to find a Barbie.
I have wrestling figures.
That's not the same as a Barbie.
It's a little more undressed than a Barbie.
Yeah. I Two Real Geeks said, losing internet and losing power down here. I'm lucky in one of those aspects is we are directly across from a major hospital here. So we're on the same power grid as they are. So if power goes out around here, it's just like a quick blip for us because it goes out and then the major, if it has to go to generators, they kick on, but we usually don't lose power. Internet.
I can't believe nobody in the chat. I can't believe nobody in the chat challenged me on Tommy Boy. Does anybody else think that another Chris Farley movie is better? I can't think of one that's better than Tommy Boy. I think that was his best movie. Now, Will Ferrell movies, we can argue till we're blue in the face.
Elf.
Elf, you still say Elf?
Come in.
I think that's the only one I've seen except for like Step
Well, I mean, I think Planes, Trains, and Automobiles that runs close.
Well, that wasn't Chris Farley. That was Martin and Candy.
Yeah, that was good.
So,
How many other movies did Chris Farley do?
he did Black Sheep. He did what else did he do? There's a couple other ones. I can't think on
I
the top of
think
my
one
head.
of his best Saturday Night Live skits was when he danced with Patrick Swayze.
That was up there, but I think Jen's right. His van down by the river, his inspirational speaker. I mean, that's when you can crack up the entire cast when you're doing it, and they can't keep a straight face. Because if you watch that show, it was the girl from Married with Children, the daughter, Christina
Right.
Applegate,
Yeah.
and it was Spade, and it was I think it was Phil Hartman. They couldn't keep a straight face. Was he in Uncle Buck, Dave? I don't think he was in Uncle Buck, was he? John Candy was in Uncle Buck. John Candy was also in Home Alone, yeah.
And he was Uncle Buck.
Candy had some great movies. What about Christian Slater, Jen? I think, I mean, some of Farley's stuff was just ridiculously funny.
Okay,
Beverly
so
Hills Ninja. There's a great call out. I forgot about Beverly Hills Ninja. That was not a great movie. That was not a great movie, Dave, for Chris Farley. I forgot about that. That shows you how good some of them weren't. They just weren't that good that you can't even think of them. Uncle Buck, was Uncle Buck John Candy's best?
Oh, I think so.
Okay, Jen's correcting me. It was Christian Slater and Christina Applegate in that skit. The van down by the river things are ridiculous.
I just brought that up, and that was a Saturday Night Live skit. That was
It was.
I haven't watched that in years.
I watched a lot of the 40th anniversary stuff, and that came up a lot. That's a shame. Died too soon. Him and Belushi both, and Candy. Candy went because of a heart attack. Candy wasn't drugs, but
Yeah.
Farley and them were just way too soon. I mean, what we didn't get in this world to make us laugh because they left too early is sad.
Yeah. Same with Robin Williams, not knowing. I mean,
Well,
the people that knew what he was going through were working it with him and through him, and I mean,
but Baker, I'm a full believer in the fact of a lot of times comedy can come from pain, whether it's mental, physical, whatever. I know a lot of the stuff that I've done on the screen over this time frame, I thought about when I was laying in a bed. I'm going back to my national sales conference with my company on the 22nd of this month, and I'll be standing in front of a group of people talking, and I could tell you that there will be jokes that I tell that night that I wrote when I was just coming out of a coma, that I've been sitting on, waiting to do, because during times of pain, you find happiness in your life. And I think those guys, and a lot of those guys that are great comedians, if you go back, a lot of them had troubled lifetimes, So Jim Carrey's a great example of that. He had a tormented, youth. And look at him when he was, his Living Color days, I think were some of his best days.
Yeah.
His Living Color days were fantastic.
Ira Marshall Bill, are you kidding me?
How many people remember In Living Color in the chat? Give me a thumbs up if you remember In Living Color. That was a fantastic show. Fantastic show. Did you ever watch any of that? You need to go back and look that up. In Living Color.
Wayne brothers. They were fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, are you going to spin your wheel? I'm just sitting here talking.
Oh, I think so. It looks like Katie's got everything under wraps here, and Paul's like, "Yep, Paul's seen it."
God, they were. Let me tell you something.
And he dressed up as the woman bodybuilder.
Oh yeah. All of that stuff. It was. You had a lot of. You think about everybody that was on that show. There was a lot of comic genius on that show.
Yes.
for people that were on it, you know.
Hey, Jeannie, what's going on? Welcome in. Yes, I'm missing in the wheel. All right, Bespoke needs to go into the wheel, please. Thank you. And is Jeannie in there? Yep, Jeannie's in there. Yep. Dave's in there. Okay, I think we're ready. I think we're ready. All right, so let's do. We're gonna do a mystery pin, and you're not gonna know till you get it, but you'll like it. All right. So this is how this goes. If you are the winner, just come into chat and say I'm here. We usually do a 30-second timer. I usually let a lady in the corner over here do it. So she'll do a 36 timer, and we have to wait until 10 seconds after 30 seconds because then people that aren't moderators can see it. But we give them an
There's
extra
a
10
lot of
seconds.
rules in here.
Yeah, it's an extra 10 seconds of time. So I usually wait 10 seconds before I hit it. All right, so we're gonna do a pin giveaway. And then we're going to do a surprise giveaway. We're going to do two of them. We'll do them back to back. So the pin one's going to be the first one. So just give us I'm here, and if you win. So here we go. Whenever you're ready, let it roll.
What are the odds?
Congratulations. Congratulations, Pete.
What
Look
I
at
win?
that.
You don't
You
know.
want
It's
a
a
pin.
mystery.
You want a
When will I
pin?
know?
Probably in 25 days.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, I'll give it to you when you get here.
You can ship it.
Somebody just reached out and said hello to me. All right, so this next gift is just going to be a gift from me to you as a thank you for being part of our chat tonight. Thank you for being supportive of the channel. Just be sure everybody, the one thing that everybody likes about this is we're a community of friends, community of people that like the same thing, and that's why you're here. So we appreciate you being here. So we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel. And this is going to be a mystery gift coming out from me to you. If you win, please do me a favor. Give me your information in. Regina, that's fantastic. Give me your information either on a message on Facebook or Instagram to Disney Baker. Reach out to me and let me make sure I have your shipping information, and I will get those shipped out tomorrow. So Bespoke, you came twice, really close twice to he's right here. We're just waiting for Regina to say hello. Alexa, give me a 20-second timer.
20 seconds. Starting now.
Oh, Jesus, Baker.
It's in stereo. Let's see if Regina says hello. Says I'm here.
Living Color was great.
Needs like Jeopardy music.
Here we go. Alexa, stop. Okay, we're gonna go again.
Hey, Alexa, how big is Baker's butt?
Didn't quite get that. Say that again.
Alexa, how big is Baker's butt? Hey, Alexa, how big is Baker's butt? She won't answer.
You can spin whenever you're ready, Katie. Oh, Katie, congratulations. Yes, that's great. Oh my gosh. Okay, Katie, thank you very much. Congratulations. And I know you're here because you're spinning the wheel. So, oh, wait a minute. We have a guest. We have a guest. What's up, VP?
What up, what up?
Welcome in. Welcome in.
What up, chat? What up, Pete and
What's up,
Preston?
good Lord.
Oh, wow. This is great.
What is all that?
What's
There's
all
a
what?
lot
Oh,
going on.
it's a lot going on. We got a lot going on
Russ
here.
and I have talked about it, and we've selected Grogu.
What?
We've talked about it. We've selected Grogu. Isn't that how this game works?
No, that's not how that worked.
Thought this is how this game worked.
No. You get a pin. You get a pin.
Oh, then I'll select VP's machine. Then he's on the screen. You said something on
Yeah,
the screen.
that's not happening.
I'm not
Well,
winning tonight.
I showed this pin earlier. Do you know this pin?
Okay,
I saw that.
I found this on the
saw that.
web. This pin earlier. Do you know?
What?
Check it out.
Shush.
What? What's going on with Baker? Ow.
Baker, are you okay?
Yeah, my computer.
What woman is under your table? That's what I
Have
want
you
to know.
seen that pin? Have you seen that pin before?
No,
I
I've
have.
never seen it.
I saw it about an hour ago.
Yeah. Isn't that cool? I like that.
I think whatchamacallit would really like that pin.
Yeah. He ain't getting that either.
Not the one you mentioned earlier.
Oh.
Dad builds.
Oh, gotcha.
Dad builds would like that.
Yeah. I had never ever seen that. It was on a pin board. I'm like, oh, I like that. I like Peg Leg Pete. He's pretty awesome. So
Peg leg.
Really? That's where you went?
I mean,
Really?
it was fitting. It was fitting.
That's where we went.
no.
Wow. Wow.
Is it not fitting?
No.
Wow.
He's what
Wow.
No. Don't go there.
Even Dad builds wouldn't do that.
Don't go there.
I mean,
Just saying.
just
Where's
saying.
Arlene?
Oh, she's been asleep. She has to get up
Oh.
and. I should be asleep, and she's been asleep. She has to get up in 4.5 hours.
What did this
Mark-
mean, B? You went like this. What did that mean? Because you were going to say something with that,
Me?
but you couldn't.
It's not wrong. It was fitting, is what I said.
Wow.
Have you?
Oh, that's cool. I did not order one of those.
You got to pay for those?
Yes.
Yeah. You do have to pay for them. They come with a magnetic backing too.
Hey, Jennifer, welcome. Jennifer Cousteau. Welcome. Yeah, those magnetic backs are nice. The pins are rough.
VP's coming over for schoolboy bread.
Schoolboy bread.
I can't wait. I know where it's at now. I know where to go get it finally. Yeah, well, I didn't know where that shop was.
Well, we're definitely gonna have some treats when we go to that. I like those. Last time I was there as a group, the whole West Coast group was there. And we almost got kicked out of there. We were loud, but we were having fun.
Carlo and Kiko, doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun with all of them.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun with everybody when they come. That you know what's crazy is that little place, that country, that specific country has a lot of good memories for us in different times, like being loud with the West Coast crew, being there with Dad Builds and I want to call him Reese's, but that's not his name right now. The heck is his name?
Tracy?
Tracy, yes.
Tracy Glenn.
Being there with
I talked to
Tracy
him-
and
I
Dad
talked to him
Builds.
today, actually. I haven't talked to him in a while. I talked to him today.
Did you know that little lamp behind you, Chris?
Yeah.
I should have bought it the other what was it, 2 weeks ago on Shop Disney? It was $50.
Really?
That's how. Yep.
Yeah, I love that
But
map.
But I
I
literally
was
just got that 2 months ago.
I was told not I can't buy anything because I have no, as you can tell, I have no place to put anything. So
Yeah.
I'm I'm forbidden to buy things until we get a house, which who
Well,
knows when that is.
so I was telling my pin story kind of like for you. Did you pick up on that pin story?
No.
All right. So I worked last Monday,
Hmm.
and when I got off work, I bought every Halloween pin,
Okay.
and it was over $80. And when I went back to work Tuesday, I took them all back, and every single one of them. Every single one of them. It was an impulse buy, and I had to stop myself.
I
Can I
Yeah.
tell the true story here? He bought those
Sure.
pins. He was all excited. He was on his social media showing them. He was polishing them. He had
Oh,
them
it
all
was.
picked out. And Vanessa walked in. So the hell is that? And he packed them
No.
all right back up. Took them right back to work next day. He said, "This was an impulse buy. I didn't want it."
They never came out of the bag. They were just sitting on the bag on my desk. I'm like, nope, they're going back. You know, and you guys know me. That was hard for me, but it was an impulse buy that I didn't need.
Want and need, Baker. Want and need.
Yep, needs and wants. Yeah.
all of that is
Yep.
not
Yep.
a need.
Preston has his own money. He's been saving for the trip. He wants to get some of his Halloween stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The Halloween, I'll tell you, you've seen it, VP. There's 80% more Halloween merch than there was last year.
There's a lot, and it looks good.
And it's some nice looking stuff.
I ran into two real geeks at work the other day.
Did
That
you
was
really?
cool running into them. Yeah, I was at the boardwalk.
Well, they're here. Halloween merch is awesome this year.
Yeah, it's good.
So I was going
Alright.
through boxes of stuff. I came across this. This is a original.
It's a whistle.
It's an Acme. It's original Acme whistle, and the research that I did on it is because it doesn't have anything on the face. It was their very first style whistle they came out with, and it's like real. It's got a little cork ball in there, and it's apparently very sought after. So that'll be
Oh
going.
yeah.
That'll be going on my whatnot. Yep.
Okay, good. I was about to say, who the frick needs an Acme whistle? Like,
Yep.
you're not Bugs Bunny. You're not Wile E. Coyote.
Nope,
You're not
somebody
Paul
Yosemite
needs it.
Sam.
Paul Engel needs a safety whistle. Get with Paul
Oh,
Engel.
Paul Bias.
He
There you go.
he needs a safety whistle more than anybody I ever met. With that
Paul,
note, I'm out of here. He's going to
All right.
bed. I'll see you both in just
All
a
right,
couple
guys.
weeks.
25
Yes.
days.
Come hang out with me Wednesday. I'm doing just a birthday hangout to goof off for a little bit. Maybe we'll talk about Paul's
right.
whistle and why he needs it. So yeah,
He needs
we'll
to
see.
wet his whistle, apparently.
Hey, he's got a safety word. Peace. I'm out.
Later.
See you, Preston. But yeah, so Paul, I'll take pictures of that, or I'll put it aside, and next time I see you, I'll let you look at it. I think actually the highest I saw it was like $27.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just found out today that a card that I have,
Hot Wheel.
no, a card, not
Okay.
car.
Baseball
Lorcana, the new Disney Lorcana.
I don't know anything about that.
So Disney, through Ravensburger, just came out with a new trading card game. So like Pokemon and all of that, they came out with a game, and so now people are all over it. Well, I got the very first promo card that came out at D23, and it was selling for about $500 or $600.
Woo.
This free card. I looked today. I think it's time I sell it.
There you go. Let it go. Yep.
I looked today, and they're selling for between $800 and $1,100
Woo! You know
for a card. I don't need the card that bad. Now
Nope.
the problem is, I need to find it, and since we moved, I don't know where it's at. So I know it's in a plastic thing somewhere, but after seeing that today, I need to sell that because I could use the money. I don't care about the card that bad.
Yeah, and that's why, I was talking to Vanessa, and I mean, I like the frames that I've made up, but I really need just to reevaluate, and I still have containers full of pins. So, there's 12 or 14 pin boards up. I've got 9 or 10 of them there. Oh, and your pin board's finished, by the way.
All right, cool. So then we definitely need to we need to solidify when we can get together.
Yep. That's done. And again, my pin boards will be available on hopefully by the end of this week on Pete's website.
Nice.
Yeah. So
those are cool.
Yep.
You
So
make some good pin boards.
thank you. And I have here in our community in the end of, I think it's middle of November, we have a craft art show. I've rented a 10 by 10 foot space for that, and I'll be selling my pin boards there.
Nice.
Yep.
Is that not to completely change subjects on you, but over your right shoulder, is that the popcorn bucket from Mickey's and Minnie's?
Yes.
Did you see the one for Food and Wine?
No.
So that it's basically the same thing, except having instead of a red and white rag,
Yeah.
it's a blue and white rag, and then it obviously has a different logo, but it's the same popcorn bucket. I like that you put your hand inside the fist.
I like that.
glove.
I think it's so great.
Yeah.
They can change for pin tours at his. I could charge for pin tours here, definitely. But then I'd have to do the whole pin thing, like
No, he'd have to do the whole put your head in a black bag, then drive in 12 circles before you can go. Then he'd have to take you into the room and then take off because Vanessa ain't playing that one.
Yeah, because I'd have to do like the whole thing like Men in Black, you look at the pin and just zap your memory. Yeah, that's bespoke. That's a fact. But yeah, because Mama don't play that.
Well, I just wanted to say, hey, I'm gonna.
I appreciate it, and I'm glad you came on. And again, thank you for my Instagram.
Yeah, no doubt.
That was awesome. It made my day. I appreciate that, and I'll have to get with you this week, and we'll get that pin board and get your 2 bags of snacks.
Yeah.
If there's
I
a
don't
group.
I don't know if they hide them in the parks. I know around the resorts there are. As a matter of fact,
There's a guy who does that in California.
there's this here is one of those things. One of those pixie dust. And I meant to give this to my son because it has Belle on it. It's a bracelet that they made. And then I found we were at Beach Club one night. We had some beaches and cream and stuff, and found a little thing, and it said, "You've been pixie dusted by the Jones family," or something like that. So it was pretty cool. I know at Universal there's a group that does a lot of rock hiding. Like they hand paint rocks and then they hide them around the parks, which is pretty cool. So
That's cool. I didn't know any of that.
yeah. But chat, it's good seeing y'all. Chris, y'all have a good night.
Always a good time. Thanks for being here.
Later, man.
See ya. Take care. Well, ding ding, 2 bells. Katie, you'll have to let me know what that group is. Send me that information. That's pretty cool. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for being supportive of the channel. If you weren't here earlier, we talked about a bunch of stuff. We talked about who we are as a community, who we are as friends. One thing, if you get old, bifocals are terrible because I have to go like this when I'm trying to look at the camera. Then I can see me blurry. But I really appreciate you being here. Thank you for being supportive of the channel. I will put a shameless plug out, and it's as shameless as I can get. I'm really trying to get my watch time hours up. I do have enough subscribers to be monetized, but I'm not yet over my time for watch time. So if you want to watch some of my videos, if you're not yet a subscriber, please contemplate that. Share it out to some friends. Share me out to some friends. I really would appreciate that. Hit the like button on your way out. Thank you for being here. Thanks for everything you do to support me. I am Chris the Disney Baker. I appreciate all my moderators. Thank you all for being there and having my back. Katie, my executive producer, thank you so much. You're amazing. And I just want to say, I'm going to start baking. And I didn't set a date yet, but it's going to be Saturdays. And it's going to be Saturdays around noonish. And it's not going to be Sundays. It's going to be Saturdays because I go to church on Sundays. Plus, I watch football on Sundays. So that being said, Katie and I have been doing an amazing job. She's been doing an amazing job opening my streams and closing my streams. My hat off to her. I appreciate you. I am Chris the Disney Baker. And I, as always, close the same way. TTFN. Ta-ta for now. Peace, love, and pixie dust hugs. And pixie dust hugs will have to do until we meet in person. Thanks for being here. Have a great night and a better tomorrow.